Look upon the eyes. You see the eyes? Look a green from the shirt? Yes. So, I am not going to stay long. I just come to tell you this story real quick. I told the story yesterday on my live video in the afternoon. However, I'm going to tell the story again today right here. So, no. I may get some heat because of this story. Some people might not like the story. Some people might say I'm wicked because of this story. But I'm going to stay in standard English. If I slip into patois, I am sorry. But for those who don't know, Miss Tarian is Jamaican. And I'm going to tell you a story about this lady who fell in Walmart. Alright, so let's get into it. So I was doing my merchandising work, right? There I am just putting up the candies on the shelf, you know, putting things together, fixing everything. I have my cards, taking things on my card, putting it up on the shelf, right? I hear this sound. I didn't know what it was. All I heard was so that thing like it's like, you know, like a pound like that, right? So hi everybody. So the story I'm telling is about this lady that fell in Walmart. So I'm just working, putting up the stuff in Walmart, doing lots of merchandising job, taking things off my cart, putting it up. I hear, right? I didn't know what it was. All I'm hearing is so I'm putting up the things on my shelf and I'm like, oh, sounds like something happened to somebody's dog. So I'm like, not paying it no mind because I am not going to have that dog bite me. So here I am putting up the candy just the same, and this lady came over and she was like, you know, I really love these candies. And I'm talking to her and I'm putting up the candies just the same, and I'm putting up the things on the shelf. So I see that people are starting to come over in front of the self-checkout where I'm at. And I'm like, all of you can go over there. I am not going to go over there and have that dog bite me, because remember, all I'm hearing is So I thought something happened to somebody's dog. So I'm continuing to do my little work, taking the things off the shelf, putting them on the aisle, making sure that the shelves look pretty and nice. So I see more and more people coming over and they're like, is she okay? Somebody call somebody. And I'm like, oh, it's somebody that fell on the ground. I thought something happened to somebody's dog because all I'm hearing is right? So I go over there. I finally go up and I'm like, okay, I guess it's not a dog. I don't have to worry about a dog biting me. Right? So I walk over and I look and I see this lady on the ground and her hand is on her head like this, and she's on the floor and she's This whole time I thought it was a dog, is a lady on the ground. So I know, saying I am there, so people, I'm guessing the lady who was talking to me about the candy when I was putting the candy on the shelf, she probably thought I worked there. And they're like, why doesn't anybody call somebody? Somebody needs to call somebody. The lady needs help. So there was another employee and she paged a manager, I guess. And then the manager came over and she was saying something and they called the fire department. While they were waiting for the fire department to come, people, judge me if you want, but you have to understand, like, I tried not to laugh up there, right? Because now they're asking, what's wrong? What's happened? What's wrong with you? And she's on the floor, my head, I hit my head, I just sound like a dog. So I had to kind of turn away so that people don't really see me laughing and I'm holding back the laughter because you sound like a puppy. And then the fire department people came over and they come up with the stretcher and stuff and they're like, what is wrong? What's going on? What happened? And she's like, my head, I hit my head, my leg got stiff and I fell down, I hit my head, and she went back to the hole and I'm like, Jesus, I had to move. At that point I had to just move away because I'm like, I'm going to bust out laughing with her howling like a dog, because this whole time I'm like, I am not coming down here. All these people are coming down here and I don't want that dog to feel threatened or cornered, because you know how dogs, even if they feel threatened or cornered and all those things, they are going to want to attack or run off and something, and I did not want that dog to come and attack me. Only to find out is this lady fall on the ground, she curl up on the floor like this, my head, and had she, you know, screamed out or shouted like a normal person, I would have known that it was a person on the floor and not a dog, because you hear, you can't think it's a dog, so I'm like, I'm not going up there, right? And that is what happened. And yes, for Sana, Yes, I'm serious. She sounded exactly like that. Exactly like that. And I had to move. I went back to putting up my things on the shelf because at this point, the fire department came. They're asking what's wrong. She's, oh, my head, oh, I fell, oh, my leg got stiff, oh, oh, oh. So I'm like, listen, I'm about to bust out laughing. I moved back over to the shelf. I'm putting the things back on the shelf and I'm like shaking my head like, my God. Hopefully nobody sees me over here laughing. I don't work in here. I'm just doing the merchandising work and I'm going to come out and listen. I couldn't even keep a straight face yesterday when I was telling this story because I'm making the sound. My friend is laughing and I'm just remembering how she was curled up on the floor and and the whole time I thought it was a dog. So lady, if you see this video, I'm sorry. Do not come forward and say it was you that fell in the store. Nobody needs to know that it was you. And if you want to come forward and say it's you, you're just going to bring embarrassment on yourself for people to know that you were on the floor going, and I thought it was a dog that got hurt and I didn't want to go up there because I didn't want the dog to bite me. So that was my little story time for this morning. I hope you have a laugh. Thank you everybody who come in and hear the story. But, you know, catch the story again on replay. Hope you enjoyed. Kind of share it out. Check me out on YouTube. I am uploading a video every single day. And look how the eyes match the shirt. Like, she's learning how to do makeup. You know, she's taking more and more time to take care of herself. And look how she just look nice. She got on diet and the belly getting flat and all these things. Yes. So, it's Miss Tarian signing out. See you next time. Hopefully you liked my little